commentary. So you know me personally, I never really get into the whole. I want to say I never really get into the whole alpha beta thing, and I really never get into like I mean the hierarchy, so to say. I mean I'm not saying it doesn't exist. It does exist. It does exist for sure, right? I'm not denying that fact that there is a hierarchy. It does exist. Um, However, what I want to say is that um, there is there is basically how should I say this, an exception to the rule, so to say. Now, I wasn't aware of this until recently, but I kind of um, you know learned more and more about it, and I said, okay, well, I guess you can say these kind of things do line up to do line up with you know the way I decide to live my life, right? I said, okay, well, I guess you can say this does line up with it, right? So, um, there is something called Sigma. I'm pretty sure people have heard about it. The Sigma male. He's outside of the hierarchy. He doesn't care about fitting in, this, that, and the other. And the reason why I bring it up is because the Sigma male, like if like a Muslim, like if a Muslim basically was on his deen, like really on his deen in the West or anywhere for that, anywhere for that matter, like no matter where he is, if he was on his deen, then basically the true practicing Muslim, he would be a Sigma male. You know what I mean? Because he would do what he would be doing what's opposite of society. You know what I mean? He wouldn't be doing what society is pushing. He wouldn't be doing like all of those things. He would be opposite of it. He would not even care about fitting in. He will not even care about acceptance, especially he wouldn't care about acceptance from non-Muslim people, and he definitely would not give a crap about acceptance from non-Muslim women, because I mean at the end of the day, like I mean, you shouldn't seek validation from them, nor should you validate them. But this sister, I don't know if she's a psychiatrist or something like that, or I don't know where her angle is in this matter, but I kind of want to go into it and see if she has any points in regards to the Sigma male. I kind of just want to see like where her mind is at in regards to the Sigma male. You know what I mean? And let's go ahead and look at it. Let's see. Let's look at these videos. Just give me a second. Okay, let's see. Let's see.
Sigma Male Part 3. Basically,
All right. Let's go to part one first.
Part 5. Now,
Okay. I didn't put it in order. Let me see.
in conclusion,
Okay.
look here again. Understand
Okay. Let me see.
Sigma Male Part 3.
Man, I have to try to find part one. I don't know where part one is. Okay, here we go.
Good morning, my good TikTok family. Okay, let's get right into these Sigma males, the most deadly of the archetype. Want to know why?
Now, I can agree with that to a certain extent because, like, a lot of the time we're quiet, we're cold, we're calculated. Even today, I was doing my road work for my boxing. I was doing road work, and um, there was this beta cuck who thought I was competing with him, and I'm just jogging, but I let him pass me. I said, okay, let me let this guy pass me. Um, what I did though is at the end of the trail, I blew right past him because I was just waiting my time. I was just like calculating to make my move. You know what I mean? Because I was like already 4 miles in. So I just needed to make sure I made my move without being like too tired or without burning myself out before I passed him. So what I did is I just decided to stay on his shoulder for a little while and then burn him. And then after I burned him, he was humbled.
You can't play with him. Look right here. You ever notice in 19th century psychology, or we can go to psychology to get today's rating list of the archetypes? Did you notice that the Sigma male and the Alpha male are head to head, but the Sigma male is not even on the list? Want to know why? Because the Sigma male is only 6% of the population. I mean 6%. The Alpha male is not the one that's a rarity. The Sigma male is 6% of the population because, let me tell you why. He's the only one in the whole I hierarchy list that can meet you where you are for real. Me. The Sigma male is a conformist, and not in a negative way. Meaning, if you think you're going to be overbearing, he can give you alpha. If you're going to be underbearing, he can give you beta.
Nah, I can't. I kind of don't agree with that. I think the Sigma is non-conformist, but what I will say about the Sigma is that he returns energy when energy is given. So like if you give him energy, like for example, if you think you're gonna walk over him and stuff like that, he's gonna give you energy to let you know it's not that kind of party, and that you better know your place. That's what I think. That's how I think it works. You know what I mean? That's what I believe. That's how I um that's how I look at it. But let's continue.
If you're going to show up balanced, he can give you sigma. He can also be gamma. He can also be delta. But he is such a rarity that he's six head to head with the alpha male. And even psychology can't even categorize this old rarity of a fine ass, blue fire ass sigma male.
So with the Sigma male, it's like you're an anomaly. You know what I mean? Like, so for example, some good examples of Sigma males I would say is, believe it or not, Nipsey Hussle was a Sigma male. Because the thing is that he he was an anomaly. He did things that weren't like normal in the music industry. You know what I mean? He did think, and he didn't care like who necessarily would be against him for doing those things. You know what I mean? So him, Steve Jobs, you know what I mean? The Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu salam. If you want to go, if you want to take it there, he was the Sigma male alayhi salatu salam. Um, uh, Many people. There's many who fit this. But let's look for part two. Let me see.
Sigma male part 3.
Okay, this is part three. Let me see part two. That's part four. Okay, let's see. Part six. Let's see.
Sigma male part 3.
Okay, I might have downloaded the same one more than once. That's part seven. Part five. part two. Okay, here we go.
Basically, what I'm saying is part two of the Sigma male. The Sigma male, look right here, is only 6% of the population. Yes, 6% of the population. I bet that just messed a lot of y'all up because y'all thought the alpha male or the beta male was the whatever. But no, the head honcho is the Sigma male. Want to know why? Because he's going to meet you where you are. He is full of logic. He is full of understanding, but he is full of fight. He is full of power. He going to get in that field. But one thing you're not going to do is
It's true. You know, like for me, for example, like I'm just speaking for myself. The gender war is not something that I necessarily wanted to get involved in, but I saw that there was no choice in order for me to get, because I saw what was happening to like fellow Africans in regards to the gender war, and I had no choice but to step in because unfortunately, the people who were perpetuating their downfall were the majority Keisha and Karen's. So I had to go out on the field and be out on the field in order for this to be, in order to serve as like an equalizer. But if it wasn't the case and things were just cool, I wouldn't be speaking out on these things, on these issues. I would be like chilling. But the fact that things are the way they are right now, I had no choice but to get on the field, you know.
as a woman is play with him. A lot of Sigma males are the ones who are very single. Want to know why? Because he knows his worth. And another thing is,
And that's my thing too. That's the reason why I'm like I basically have confined myself that I've made a commitment that I'm not dating in the West. I'm not paying for a woman in the West. I'm not doing anything for a Western woman whatsoever. I'm not doing a single solitary thing for them. I've made up my mind, and that's what I'm gonna be at. You know what I mean? The thing is that um I'm not gonna go into detail about my personal life and stuff like that, but I just know that the trajectory of my life is just going upward, and inshallah it's gonna just continue to go upward. So if I can't afford to let one of these modern Western women derail me from that upward trajectory, you know.
as I'm studying the Sigma males and I'm reading more on the archetype, they're not going to settle for nobody. They know exactly what they want. They know exactly how they want their family to run.
And that is true. I want a traditional Muslim woman. I want a Muslim woman who knows the religion. I want a Muslim woman who's going to be submissive. I want a Muslim woman who's, while I'm out on the field making the money and doing what I need to do, she's going to be able to teach the kids the religion so they'll be able to know and understand where they stand in this world. So she's correct about that.
They want you to believe that they're going to be lenient in the things that they want, but they're not. Now, they will be understanding and they will listen to you, but they will not be played with. 6% of the population is such a small percentage that I see why a lot of these good men are single. We want to say crazy things like they're gay or they're mean. No, they just.
So we're gonna go into the next video, but I think she's on to something. Let's look. Let's see.
Sigma male part 3. Basically, what I'm saying is a lot of black women, a lot of minority women, myself included, when I was younger, we would always categorize the good man who doesn't have a lot of women, who doesn't try to hop on you, who's not trying to sleep with you and say, oh, he must be gay. Or
Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing about this whole, it's a catch 22. Um, with modern women, right? You're kind of, it's a situation where you can't win. On one instance, right? If you approach them, more or less so, they're probably going to ridicule you, laugh at you, and do those things, right? However, if you don't approach them, if you don't validate them, if you don't give them attention, then they're going to be like, oh, okay, this guy is gay, or there's something wrong with this guy. But you already know that if you did go up to them, it wouldn't end well for you.
Or he must be stuck up. No, in reality, he probably was a 6%er. Yeah, 6%er. We gonna call the signals the 6%ers with y'all fine ass. Basically, he didn't want you. He didn't want me. He didn't want you because he probably knew what we were about when we were younger. See,
so here's a woman, right? She's actually telling you, she's actually like in essence, like I don't know how I know she's gonna get some backlash in this, but she's actually telling you the nature of a Western woman. Like she's telling you, okay, we were promiscuous when we were younger. We were doing certain things that we shouldn't have been doing, but we were still doing them anyway. She's actually like breaking it down and she's telling you, okay, this is what we were about. You know, so if she's telling you this, um, you can't be in denial for you can't be in denial of like a woman, and how a woman is. You can't really do that. But let's continue on.
All of them, they have standards. The Sigma male is somebody that is logical. But when it comes to his woman, he wants passion, he wants femininity, he wants understanding, but he wants you to obey. And I'm not talking about obey in a negative sense. He is the one male archetype that I can say for a fact that wants to compromise. But at the end of the day, you have to understand fully that he has the final say, because the Sigma males are such a rarity that they're rarely wrong. That's why they're not rushing into relationships with crazy people.
And I can agree with that because of the simple fact that that I'm not going to say that I'm never wrong. I'm not going to say that, but I'm just going to say that every move or everything that I say is usually thought out. Like I usually think it out before I actually say it. I just don't blabber out things. You know what I mean? So in a way, um, in a way, like I can see where she's coming from in regards to that. You know what I mean? But let's go to part 4. Let me see. Okay, this is part 5. Part 1. Part 2. Let me see. This is part 4.
Sigma male part 3.
Okay, no, that's part 3. They all look the same. That's why. That's the problem. They all look the same. My bad, guys. But let's continue.
Basically, what I'm saying is my black sister or my minority sister, okay? Because I'm doing the best that I can to put a 19th century psychology perspective into the minority understanding. What I'm saying is psychology was created in the 19th century. As you know, we were just coming out of the damn slavery. So basically, the Europeans had designed psychiatry, psychology, and all this bullshit without us in mind. Because if we were coming out of slavery and they didn't even think more of us to treat us better than the dogs on the plantation, they damn sure wasn't studying our mindset to give us answers. So what I'm saying is the Sigma male is not talked about in the black community because the Sigma male is such a rarity that we don't understand him. So we say he's gay. We say, oh girl, don't talk to him. He's stuck up. No, he has the most understanding and he gonna meet you exactly where you are. He is the one that we actually should be aspiring to emulate, because a lot of us, we need to stop being the bitch that remind them of all the other bitches.
Well, here we go. Like I'm telling you, bro. Like some women, though, you have to understand this is gonna come with backlash with her. This. That's why on her TikTok page she turned the comments off, because I'm pretty sure she was already getting backlash. But let's see if part 5 is here. Okay, yeah, here's part 5. Let's
Part
listen.
5. Now I'm understanding why I didn't appreciate the Sigma male. It's because I couldn't figure him out. But in relationships, you're not supposed to try to figure somebody out. You're supposed to figure out the common goal, the commonality, the purpose in the relationship, because a marriage or even just a regular boyfriend-girlfriend relationship has a purpose. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to figure out the Sigma male because the Sigma male is already figured out what he wants. What you need to do is try to be his mirror. And I'm not saying try to become a.
So the thing is about this is that the thing is about this is the thing is about is is you're not gonna figure this out. That's the thing. Like, and that's why I think it bothers a lot of women here. I'm gonna be honest with you. It really kind of bothers. It really bothers a lot of women here in the West, especially like because they don't know. They basically don't know like okay what's going on with this guy. Like they because most guys for the most part are predictable. You know what I mean? Like most guys are like most women they kind of read guys and they kind of just be like, "Oh, okay. Um yeah, we know what he's about." A lot of times they do that, right? So with that being said, you know, when they when they see or encounter a guy that they're like, well, what's going on with this guy? Like, what's his deal? What's his angle? Then it becomes a problem. Then it becomes they're like, oh God, like because the thing is, they want if they know about a guy and if they know certain things about that man, then it makes it easier for them to manipulate that man. And so when they're dealing with someone that they can't really manipulate, that they can't figure out, then it's like, oh no, you know what I mean? That's what happens. But let's continue.
Me with y'all idiot ass that's gonna hear what I'm saying and take it negative because your ass can't attract the Sigma male and you're mad because I'm putting a name on it. What I'm saying is the Sigma male is so rare that a lot of us, we are all starting to look the same, think the same, wear the same hair hats, get the same BBLs. So now all of us are looking the same and you can't attract the Sigma male because the mirror to the Sigma male is nothing like the collective of women because he's not.
So she's breaking it down, and I can agree with her. I can 100%, I can 110% actually agree with her in regards to her assessment. I definitely can agree. No, definitely, most definitely. Let me see part 6. Let me see. Okay, that's part 1. Let me see. That's part 7. Part 2. I think this was part 3. Part 4. Okay, part 6. Here we go.
Look here again. Understand that psychology today, the people who created this stupid ass psychology, I guess, power structure, the Sigma male doesn't even have a place on the line because he's so rare. He's so rare and he's so good at being himself and showcasing himself to the world that he's head to head with the alpha male. He's only 6% of the population. And then let's take this to the divine nines. Them blue fives are rare. And y'all mean to tell me them dirty, nasty dogs, them horse, y'all 10%. What's up with that purple and gold? Oh, I'm sorry. When I think purple and gold, I think of royalty with y'all. I'm sorry. I'm getting messed up. I'm sorry. We're going to have to go to another slide. Basically, what I was saying is I'm shocked that them crazy ass omegas and the sigmas are the most rare in the damn hierarchy. Yeah, I want to go back to college. Hey.
But the thing is about the Sigma, he's not in the hierarchy. That's the thing. That's the one thing I will disagree with is the fact that that the Sigma male is not in the hierarchy. You know what I mean? Like he has he has no need for the hierarchy. You know what I mean? So that's the one thing I will say. But let me um let me go on. Let's see part 7.
In conclusion, basically what I'm saying is you have to understand that it's more alphas in this world than it is sigmas and omegas. That's very telling because the alphas don't seem that rare. The sigmas and the omegas are rare. The sigma males are not going to be played with. The sigma males are not going to conform. The sigma males are not the collective consciousness of men, and they can't even be categorized. And we running around here thinking we want alphas because alphas are the only ones that TV talk about. And
well, even those alphas that they seek, you know, they put which one call it on them. They put certain conditions on them alphas. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Boost up. Want to know why? It's because y'all can't put an explanation on perfection. See, when you can't explain the 6%, you try to put the alphas on the women, but we need to be wanting the rarity. I think I want a sigma male. Now let me go study these omegas and I'm gonna come back tomorrow because I need to look at y'all too.
So the thing is that with the Sigma and the Sigma grind set and stuff like that, the whole thing is like we've kind of like how it works is we've kind of like basically accustomed ourselves to being alone. Like we're not like honestly we're perfectly fine being alone versus the need to have someone that will like cause us more pain and more annoyance than they will peace and comfort. You know what I mean? So the thing is about that sister though, however, about this one on here, the thing is that the question she will have to ask herself is would she be a rarity? You know what I mean? Would she be willing to be a rarity? But with that being said, I'm just gonna like end it on that note. I thought this was kind of telling that you know she kind of broke it down, and a lot of the points I can agree with. I can agree with like a lot of the points she had. You know, there were a lot of points of agreement that I can say. But anyhow, Foolish signing out. Leave your thoughts, leave your comments on this. And for the Sigmas, stay on the grind set and things should work out, inshallah. Unjarama.